So let's say you want to learn about your fellow man. And since like half of the world's population is religious, you want to learn about half the world's population by studying world religions like we're doing, okay? If you, even if you're not religious, even if you are atheist, even if you don't believe in a particular God or what, read for the tea, honey. Read these books for the tea. Listen, the story of Yusuf, I've read about 3 times. Because it is unbelievable. The piping hot tea that is in that book. First of all, Yusuf is supposed to be fine. It's said in the Quran that Joseph, if you're Christian, familiar with the Bible, holds the beauty of half the world, or half the world's beauty. You know how fine you have to be to hold half the world's beauty? And he was so fine that a group of women in the Quran, when he walked in, it was the king's wife or whatever, showed her little lady friends, like said, "Hey Joseph," because Joseph was in the palace as a servant. She said, "Hey Joseph, come in, like I need you to do something." And then all of her friends were around. They were cutting up fruit, right? They cut their hands. They were cutting up their own hands because they were distracted by his beauty. Imagine how fine this man is. But the tea continues from there. So then the king's wife tries to seduce Joseph, and Joseph is like, "I'm a man of God, like you need to back up off me, you a Jezebel." And she was just like, that ain't gonna happen. And so he sprinted to the door, honey, to get away from her. She sprinted after him, tore the back of his shirt. They opened the door. Her husband's on the other side, honey. And listen, her husband was like, "What's happening here?" And he was like, "It's not what you think. I'm a man of God." And then there was a woman that was just peeping in, like, was just like, "All right, well, if you were a man of God and she was after you, your shirt will be torn from the back. But if he was after her, his shirt will be torn from the front." And he said, "Ha, peep the shirt. It was torn from the back." The king still put him in jail, even with all the tea, or even with all the receipts. Y'all need to read for the tea, honey.